what's new in makeup for July? This is the look. These are the products, and today I'm going to be testing them for you. This is a video that I like to conduct a couple times a month, sometimes more than a couple times, depending on how much newness has arrived at my doorstep. And today we have a nice array of a bunch of goodness. We have Rhode, we have Benefit, we have CoverGirl, we have RIMMEL, we have LANCOME, CLINIQUE, we've got a little MORPHE, even we've got STILA. So I hope you are into this. I hope you're excited for this video, because I am. I love these types of videos. I love creating looks for just the sake of creating them, for no rhyme, no purpose, no reason. And I really like for the makeup to speak to me and kind of tell me what it wants me to create with it. So this is the look. Let's get into it. Subscribe if you aren't already. Long intro. Let's go. All right, so let's get started from the top with brows. My brows are already groomed. I use the Benefit 24-hour brow gel as I always do, but we do have a new brow pencil from Morphe. Came in this very cool tray. This is a very cool PR package because most of the products in here I really like. First, we have the brow pencil. We also have this micro contour stick in this many shades. Of course, I pulled out my shades and I pulled out my brow shades. There's also a brow mascara in here, or brow gel, but I didn't like that one, so I got rid of that one quickly. But what I wanted to show you was this micro fine brow pencil. It is the teeniest, tiniest little pencil. I'll show you a close-up of what that looks like. I think Huda Beauty has something similar, so does Benefit, but I dare say that this new Morphe one is even finer than the new Benefit one. I think it's about as tiny as the Huda Beauty. I grabbed two shades here, the soft black with neutral undertones, which is shade Chocolate Mousse, this one, and shade Java, which is a deep brown with neutral undertones. I'm gonna go for the soft black because my brows are black. Whenever I fill them in with anything other than a black, they just start looking very unnatural. But the fact that I already have my brow gel in, and this is a very stiff brow gel, would typically make it very difficult to get in between the tight little areas. But because this pencil is so fine, it makes it really easy. So I used this already a couple times on my own, and I like it. I like how soft it is, how non-waxy it is. This is great for anyone, whether you have fine brows, coarse brows, thick brows, spare or sparse brows. But I think it's especially good for someone like myself. My brows are coarse, they're dark, but I do have a couple of sparse areas, and I do like to create little brow strokes here and there just to perfect the shape. Here you go. It looks totally natural, but you can see that it's perfected. All right, I'm gonna quickly complete this other brow. Also, there's a little spoolie on the other side, but there's no point in using the spoolie if the brows are already glued down. That's it. That's just like a very easy little quick brow snatch. Next, I just got this massive PR package from Rhode. Ugh. Hailey Bieber Rhode. Got it in the mail literally today. And in it, we have the new summer collection, which consists of a water bottle, cute makeup bag, a nice beach bag that I'm actually going to utilize this Friday. This is really cute. Plus the products. And by the way, I'm really excited for this collection because yellow is my favorite color. In this bag, we have the new Glazing Mist. So this is not a setting spray. This is in fact kind of like a skincare step. This is like your primer step. So that's why I reached for it. I'm going to get to the other products in a little bit. First, I wanted to mist this on my face. I did a little unboxing on my IG story, and I tried to mist this in a very sexy way for the cut, for the gram. And then I noticed that the texture was very milky-like, and it wasn't at all like a watery sort of finishing spray or setting spray. So I'm like, all right, I gotta try this today. All right, so let's go. We are gonna glaze ourselves with the spray. That mist is so fine. It is so satisfying. I'm gonna spray some on my hand just to tell you what this feels like. And I have to say, there's a little slip. It feels slippery. It feels like a cream, like a lotion, you know? There's a nice slide to it. Before I get to foundation, should have probably told you what I'm wearing on my face already. I am testing out this new product that I'll be able to reveal in a week or two. It is in the serum category, but it's a particular type of serum. So that's the only thing that I had on my face prior to the Glazing Mist. And so here we are. We are shining. All right, so now for the foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Benefit POREfessional. This isn't new, but I did just get my hands on a different shade of the Benefit POREfessional foundation, which I already reviewed, but I did want to show you this new shade that I got in the mail. This is 17N, and it's a true olive undertone. And so I wanted to make sure you guys see it on camera because I do really, really like this foundation. It's a really great product. And although the shade that I had was close enough, you know, I wanted something a little bit better color matching to my neck, to my undertone, etc. Okay, so these two products together make my skin extremely slippery, like extremely slippery to the touch, which is unusual. Usually with primers, you either feel matte or you feel grippy, sticky, but the Glazing Milk plus the Benefit POREfessional Primer, they are doing something different to my skin, but I like it. So now 17N olive undertone, just a pinch of this product. And you're probably looking at my face right now and you're seeing a lot of my redness and discoloration, but my true undertone is more golden olive leaning, kind of like here, which is why I prefer a golden olive leaning foundation, because it is so easy to get rid of the red. It counteracts the red because olive is green, and there you have it. I still feel like it's a little bit too light for my liking. It's not exactly my summer shade, but I do like this undertone better. I want to show you the two other foundations that I have. I have 12N and 15N, and color-wise or intensity-wise, they are all pretty much the same intensity, right? But their undertones are all a little bit different. Any of those should work for you, but if you have a preference for a slightly more golden olive, then 17N is your best bet. 15N has a little bit more orange, but it's not super saturated where it doesn't look like real skin. It still works. And 12N, I would say, is more neutral. So that one works too. Okay, that looks really good. I gotta say, I love this foundation. This foundation is super pore friendly. And someone recently commented on my Benefit review that they work for Benefit, the store, right? And so they were taught to apply this foundation with a damp sponge. I think I showed that method in my review, but I didn't prefer it. So that's why I'm doing it with a brush. But if you guys are not like me, if you prefer the sponge, then by all means, apparently it's the preferred method. Easy does it. Honestly, I probably could have gotten away with even less product because my skin is so good right now and I'm so happy about it. Thank you, skin gods. Thank you, summertime. Are you guys like me? Do you only break out in the winter or whenever it is cold? Does your skin thrive in the summertime like mine does? Here we are. So now I'm gonna go back to this Morphe lineup, the silver tray. I really like the fact that in this contour stick color range, they have a very light, neutral, rosy contour, which would be great for like the lightest of skin tones. Also, they have this almost black shade contour stick. This is shade defined and it is meant for deep skin tones with neutral, cool undertones. I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna save that for someone who can use it. All right, but for me, I picked out these two shades. Shade Refined, which is light to medium with neutral undertones, and then shade Sculpted, which is a medium with neutral golden undertones. I wish they would have put the undertones instead of the actual shade name, because the shade name makes absolutely no sense to me. I cannot remember which is the golden, which one is the cooler, you know? I mean, thankfully they have the colors here, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so I'm gonna go for the cooler one, Shade Refined. Gonna add some around my nose. This is so cute. If you like to contour your nose, if you like to do all of these little lines, this is perfect for this. I typically don't do this, but for the sake of this video, I am gonna do this. So cool. So you can literally create shadow, right? Wherever shadow is needed, or you can bronze up. Now this is the other shade. I'm gonna kind of mix it in there just like that. She's looking snatched already. I don't know, something about those lines. Like this is pretty pigmented for such a tiny little contour stick. Basically what I'm doing is I'm blending out the contour with a clean contour brush, like a detailing contour brush. This one's old from Lime Crime. Kind of blend that into my brow. The nose is snatched. And then I'm gonna take my foundation brush and kind of soften that. Like this is a really nice contour crayon. Super easy to work with. Very blendable. Practically mistake proof. One of my favorite recent launches from Morphe. I have to say, I have to give it to them. Actually, this kind of reminds me of the Victoria Beckham contour stick. And that's how good it is. And the shades are quite right. I love the fact that there's variety, especially in the medium range. Usually they always only give us one, either a cool or a warm, but never both. So I appreciate this. I never really contour my forehead with anything other than a bronzy shade. So yeah, this is perfect. This is perfection. I am pleased with this outcome. Let's move on. Cream blush, testing it out for the first time. New from Rhode. This is in the shade Tan Line. How cute. I gotta say, I do love these pocket blushes. So here we are, new shade, so creamy. Oh, so fun. One of my favorite products from Rhode. I do have all the shades, and this one's really nice. It's kind of like a slightly peachy terracotta, if that makes sense. Like it kind of reminds me of a clay pot, but it has a peachy undertone, which is so flattering. Oh, I love. I'm blending it out with the same brush from the foundation. I think I'm gonna add on a little bit more because it's just so cute. As much as I love a bright cheek, I have such an appreciation for a natural color cheek. And this is a great, great, great natural color, especially if you are sun-kissed right now or if you are naturally tan. This is a great shade. Oh, I love it. Consistency is creamy, as with all the pocket blushes. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Next, almost skip concealer. So for concealer, I don't actually have a new product. I just wanted to show you what I've been using lately. Now that it's the summertime, we're in the middle of July, I've been reaching mostly for the ColoRescience Total Eye 3-in-1 Broad Spectrum SPF 35 sunscreen. So this is a corrector and concealer in one. It has this brilliant metal tip, so it also cools down your under eye. This is an incredible product. Like, this is so legit. It is also very pricey, but there was a sale on Prime Day. This was about 15% off. And so that actually makes a difference. I don't remember how much its original price is or was, maybe in the 60s. And I think that took it down into the 50s, or perhaps it was in the 50s and it took it down into the 40s. I am very, very bad with numbers, but when this product goes on sale, I am telling you, it is worth the splurge. If I could recommend one product to splurge on for the summertime for your under eye, this is the one. It's brightening, it covers, it protects, it does everything. So maybe it's actually worth the price, actually. You guys know me, I probably would never recommend something that is super inexpensive, especially if you can get a dupe at a cheaper price. I would probably use it, but I would tell you, hey, you can go to the drugstore and you can get the same thing, right? I tell you this in all of my yearly roundup videos, the best of videos. But in this case, this is a unique product. I haven't seen anything like it on the market, and this is what it costs. However, if you are looking to just color correct and brighten without the sun protection, I do love my CALIRAY Hideaway. This is really, really, really lovely as well. I don't really need to apply it, but when I do, I just dab right here in the spot that is the darkest. And this is shade Warm Sun Glow, which is peachy, but it's not a drag you down kind of peachy, you know? This is an uplifting, brightening kind of peach. Beautiful, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, no new setting powder, so I'm just gonna go for my Laura Mercier. And one other thing that I have to mention about this ColoRescience Total Eye 3-in-1 concealer corrector eye cream sunscreen, it's like a 4-in-1, is that I noticed after I started using this product that my actual dark circles have diminished. I don't know if this is some sort of a placebo effect. I don't know if my face is getting more sun and is getting a little bit more tan, though I don't really tan my face. Point is, my under eye seems brighter since I started using this. And I don't know if it's due to this, but I just have to mention it. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just happier. Let me set this. And because this is a very creamy product, it does absolutely need to be set. You can't like forego powder. So even when I wear this to the beach, I still always make sure I do a light little dusting of setting powder. I want to read these instructions here for the Glazing Mist. I know it's a super fine, high performance mist that hydrates and refreshes for a glowy finish. Yes, but can you actually use this over makeup? That is what I'm wondering. And I'm going to test it. I'm going to see if this base is going to be ruined with this glaze. All right, here goes. I don't think so. In fact, I think it could use a little more glazing. Ooh, I really like this. It's not exactly setting, but because the mist is so fine, it just lays this little aura of hydration, perfection, and glow without ruining the makeup. So I appreciate that. All right, moving on to eyeshadow, and actually just the eyes and lips category altogether. So we have another new PR package from STILA. I do love me some STILA. First of all, STILA has been around since I was a teenager, okay? If not longer, I'm sure longer. But I remember going to Sephora and finding STILA and finding so many of their products that I wanted to try but couldn't afford. And now here we are. Anyway, STILA has this new gorgeous collection and it's called Cherry Picked. Or maybe it's not Cherry Picked because that looks like the poppy flower to me. Anyway, this is gorgeous. It's giving K-beauty, and look at this eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna pop up a close-up so you could see what this looks like in the sun. I did do like a little unboxing earlier on my stories. So to me, I don't really get excited for tiny eyeshadow quads unless they have at least 5 colors. So this is not a quad, this is a quintet. Not a quartet, but a quintet. I have no idea what this is. It's a 5-pan eyeshadow palette. This is called the Pocket Play Berry Bouquet Shadow Palette. This is what it looks like, and we're gonna try it. So in this package, we also have some really cool liners. We have a waterproof liner and some liquid liners, also a tubing mascara, this gorgeous little mirror, and the eyeshadow compact. So this liner is in the shade Saucy, and I think I want to kind of build my look around this liner. So STILA liners are known for being waterproof, right? But many liners are waterproof. The great thing about these is that they're very gentle on the eyes, regardless of the color, because sometimes you apply these colors to your waterline, and certain reds, especially a red like this, can really make your eye tear. I'm confident that this will not happen with this shade, because that is how trusty these STILA liners have been for me over the years. Okay, so basically I added this shade Saucy to my waterline, also to my lower lash line, like in between the lashes like that. Gonna kind of smudge that to the outer corner, just like that. Ooh, so cute. I'm gonna take my little smudger brush and dip into this kind of like a rusty wine type of shade. I'm gonna smudge that out like that. I have no idea what look I'm going for, but I know I want it to be inspired by this cherry flavor. This is kind of a unique color choice for the summertime, right? Because we're always going for bronzy or like safer, vibrant colors like corals and pinks and peaches, you know? And this always, for some reason, gives fall, but I don't know. I think, why not? This could be fun for the summertime. So basically just smoking out and winging out. She's cute. Okay, next, I'm gonna dip into the shade on the bottom. It's a very metallic, very soft to the touch wine shade. I'm gonna kind of run that through. I'm actually gonna use my finger just to add a little bit of texture here, keeping everything under my natural crease or under the fold. So from far away, it almost looks like liner. And now I want to try the shade in the middle because it looks so pretty in the sunlight. Really nice peach shade with golden flecks. So this I am going to apply to the inner part of the eye and also above. This is really nice. This is really pretty and beachy. I think this is a standalone shade that would work really nice on the beach, especially during sunset. It just has such unique dimension because the shade itself almost has a blurring finish, kind of blurs into your skin, but the sparkles are just suspended in this matte base and it creates a really ethereal illusion. Oh, really pretty. I think I have to show you guys a close-up real quick because I think it's worth it. Do you see that? It's just so unique. Keeper, immediate hit. And I mean, honestly, I've seen tons of burgundy, maroons, cherry shades. I have them in every possible variation, but that peachy shade with the gold flecks, something unique about that one. And I am one of those people that is willing to keep an entire eyeshadow palette for just one shadow. Sue me, that's just who I am. All right, so now I think I'm gonna keep it matchy and I'm gonna use this liner, the Stay All Day Inkwear liquid eyeliner. This is shade Cherry Noir. Really inky, dippy liquid liner. What can we do here? Oh, this is nice. The brush does seem to pick up a lot of product though, and so that part is a little bit harder to control than I like, but the color is stunning and there's absolutely no separation. This is about as inky as some of the best black liquid liners out there. It's not separating whatsoever. The glide is outstanding. Real cute. This is nice. This is really nice. I quite like this little vibe that I have going on. Doesn't always work out for me, actually, in these testing new makeup videos. Okay, for mascara, I have two. A drugstore and a higher end. We have CoverGirl Lash Blast Bond, 5 times the volume in shade Extreme Black. And then on the other hand, we have LANCOME Lash Idole Flutter Extension in shade, I can't see the shade, there is no way. Let's do CoverGirl on this side. Let's do LANCOME on this side. I've already tried this one. I will say it is an inkier formula, which I do prefer, but because I ran out of my lash serum and my lashes are now back to being my short, straight little soldiers, I feel like mascaras don't really do much to them. I've talked about lash serums many times on this channel in multiple videos. I have a love-hate with lash serums. And really, I only use one, a very expensive one from Obagi, and it works like magic. I love it while I'm using it, but the moment I stop using it, I kind of realize why I hate it, because my lashes are just not the same when they regrow back to normal, and it's so frustrating. Plus, the lash serums definitely darken your lids, your under eye, and if you're prone to hyperpigmentation like I am, then this will absolutely happen to you. It is unavoidable, but actually, this mascara did its thing. I came mad. All right, so now on the other side, let's try the CoverGirl. Cute. Let's dip it. That was satisfying. 5 times the volume is what they promised. Out of all the drugstore brands that I've been trying recently, CoverGirl has been at the top of my list for their Clean Fresh line. I specifically have been loving their new skin tint with SPF 30. I also love their lip stain markers that have been around for such a long time. It is such an iconic product, way before the lip stain craze. And so I kind of expect really great things from CoverGirl. I feel like they've really stepped it up in all aspects. Whereas other brands, I don't know, I feel like some of their competitors just have not been producing anything interesting lately. I haven't seen anything that exciting from Maybelline in a long time. Similar with L'Oreal, with the exception of the new Skin Ink foundation that is just a ridiculous professional product for only $15. I did review that one. But wow, this mascara is actually something. Super, super black. I can tell the difference between this one and the Lancome. The Lancome is very nice. It's very subtle, definitely more of a defining type of mascara, whereas this one is in your face. Had my lashes been long right now? Ooh! Probably look like I was wearing falsies, but no. And still, it looks really good from here in my monitor. I like this one. This one's okay for every day, but this would be my go-to for night. And if I want to make an impression, you know, if I want to let my eyes do the talking, let's move on to the final category, the lips. In the lip category, we have a lot of new products. First of all, we have this from RIMMEL. RIMMEL is another drugstore brand. And what I was specifically excited for in this PR package were the lip liners. I'm going to show you a close-up of these in the unboxing that I did, and look at those colors. Do they not remind you of MAC, Spice, and Cool Spice, and all of those 90s iconic shades? Yeah, they do. And these lip pencils are made in Italy, so I'm intrigued and I want to try them all. The lip butter bombs, I think I'm going to save this for another video, or maybe not, I don't know. But these pencils, specifically the shades, shade Cappuccino, shade 90s Nude, there is actually a 90s Nude in here, shade Spice, shade Brownie Pie, they just look so, so good. All right, so I think I just want to play. I don't know. Let me go ahead and try the 90s Nude first. I feel like this is the most interesting shade name. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is my perfect nude. This is not a brown. This is not a baby pink. This is not a pale nude. This is the perfect nude for a medium to tan skin tone, especially if you have kind of paler lips like I do and undefined. This will just define them so perfectly. Ooh, I love that it's not mauve-y. I love that this is a tan sort of undertone, like a much warmer, tanner sort of nude. This is gorgeous. I knew it. I knew it. And the glide is insane. The pigment is outstanding. I knew these RIMMEL pencils were going to be something special. I freaking just knew it. Okay, I want to try another shade. Oh, and if you were wondering, I was wearing the Rhode Lemontini lip balm on my lips. I did try it earlier today and I never got rid of it, but it was already kind of dried down. All right, so now I want to try Shade Spice on just this side. Oh, I see. So this is a true spice. When you think of the word spice, when you think of spices, this is the color of it. It's reddish, actually, like tajin on the rim. Oh, I love it. I love it. I actually really love them both. There's also shade Cappuccino. Let's see. Okay, so that one's more of a cooler brown. All right, we'll save that for another trial. These are excellent, you guys, and I'm sure they are inexpensive. The quality is up there. They are softer than the MAC lip liners. They kind of remind me of the One Size lip liners, which are some of my favorite. They are super, super, super creamy, very pigmented, very slidey or glidey, very glidey across the lips, but the pigment is there. It's punchy. I love it. Next, we have a bunch of lip oils. Do you see anything similar about them? Yeah, I feel like they are pretty much the exact same product. Just one is from Clinique, the other one is from Lancome. Basically, these are lip oils in some pinky brownie type of shades. I'm gonna test them both. These actually have existed for a longer time, I believe, but they did add a new shade, which is shade Pink Honey. So I wanna try it because this is supposed to be a combination of both cool and warm pigments. Very, very pretty, very lovely. You could wear this as is, very cute. All right, so now from Lancome, I'm gonna grab probably a similar shade, this nudie one, just to compare the formulas and see if there's anything different. Okay, this one feels minty on the lips. The color is less sheer and less glossy and just a pinch more pigmented. Honestly, very, very similar products. Very similar packaging too. This one just has a cooling sensation. This one does not. Here we go. The look. What do we think?
I like it. It's really CALIRAY-ish.
CALIRAY? There was no CALIRAY in this trial. Oh,
sunsetty.
There was.
Kind of cool beach. I like it. Actually, really brings out your brown eyes in a nice way.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Seriously?
Yeah, I like it. I actually think that's a look I like a lot. Like the Lash mascara you're using, I guess, are those falsies?
No, it's mascara.
Mascaras, right?
Wow.
Nice.
Really?
It's a really balanced look. I like it.
On a scale of 1 to 10. I know you love those scales.
I personally really like this eye look more than your usual looks. I think this would look great with like a really nice bathing suit on the beach and a really cool cocktail. I would give it a strong 7.5 out of 10.
What would make it an 8.5?
Overall look, hair down, beachy look, you know, I'm just saying, in the studio, it's not, you get where I'm going.
Thank you for your input. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you what I think. Might be one of my favorite impromptu looks that I have come up with in these recent testing new makeup, what's new in makeup videos. Usually I kind of just test the product, something doesn't go right, something inevitably always disturbs another product that's been applied before, you know? But in this case, I think everything worked together quite nicely. I will say off the bat that I am quite impressed with this Rhode Glazing Mist. This was a really unexpected sort of unique product. First of all, it felt good. Second of all, I was able to see it on the skin, also on the screen, and I liked it. I liked what I saw. I liked that it's a versatile product. Of course, I also like the new shade of the Pocket Blush, so that's that. Out of the new products that I tried, definitely the STILA Cherry Collection made an impression. I really like this color, although it is not a popular choice for summer. I think something like this is refreshing, actually. I like that the cherry shade is a little bit more demure, right? It's just a little bit more grown and sexy and a little bit more unexpected than, say, a bronze or a gold or something a little bit more poppy, you know? So I definitely like it. What else? The skin is skinning right now, and it's not just the products. It is also actually thankfully, it is also me. Skin is skinning. I am really, really liking the complexion. I really love this new Benefit POREfessional. I've loved it since I first tried it, since I reviewed it, and I still love it now. I keep on reaching for it. It works really well with various different primers, from the one that it's supposed to kind of pair with, to the MaryamNYC Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder that I always use, to your sunscreen, to your skincare. It's a really, really excellent, well thought out kind of foundation that I think works well with enlarged pores, with texture. I appreciate all the different undertones, and I'm a fan. In the mascara category, I would definitely give it to CoverGirl. Not only is it less expensive, it also packs a punch, and I just like it more. I like the way that it looks in my mirror. It is more visible. I think it's also more visible on camera, and I like it. One thing that really surprised me were these RIMMEL lip liners. I kind of suspected they were going to be great, and they did not fail. In fact, they exceeded my expectations. I really love the colors. I love how compact these pencils are. Again, inexpensive, drugstore brand, but delivering a luxurious punch, okay? They are coming for these luxury brands, and I appreciate it. Ooh, speaking of inexpensive, MORPHE, these new Shapelifter crayon sticks are wonderful. They are excellent, super, super creamy, easy to use, really great for defining the nose, your lips, your eyes, smaller features of the face, but can also very easily work on your forehead or on your cheekbones, you know? So I thought these were great. I appreciate the undertones and the inclusion, and that pretty much wraps it all up for me today. This is the video. This is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're excited to perhaps see me elaborate on. Let me know if you have any ideas for this channel. How can we make it better? How can we make it more interesting for you? Tell me. I'm all ears. I want to know. So comment below. On that final note, I'm going to invite you to check out more of my videos and zoom out. Peace out. I'm out. Deuces.